Welcome aboard, cosmonauts. Oh, look out! Alien invasion! Is that the perch? Sorry, buddy, I didn't know you were there. God. Oh, welcome aboard, cosmonauts. You are on the Starship Cosmic Vinyl. Ah, what a great place to be on the weekend, right? I am your host, Cosmic Brian, and I'm a far out fella. Welcome aboard. Man, I'm sorry I missed you guys last week, but needed to take a weekend off, just kind of do my own thing, man. Listen to some music, spend some time with the fam. Man, I'm trying to get one out every week, but man, sometimes you just gotta back off, man. You gotta take a little break, you know what I'm saying? And so that's what I did. And check it out. Here's what we're listening to. I've shown this a million times. I've used it as an intro before. This is Portion Control, Psychobod Saves the World. Look at that. Kind of like Judge Dredd comic kind of artwork there. Fantastic. These guys are like a French indie rock band, kind of a electro, kind of EBM maybe a little bit. There's the inner sleeve with some more cool artwork, some liner notes. Love this. There's a little, I'm going to say this is artwork by Charles Burns, who's a comic book artist and writer. Plenty of liner notes there too. Love this group. My daughter and I picked her up from work and we were listening to Sirius XM radio on First Wave, which I sometimes like to listen to. You know me, I like everything, man. And I heard a band called Nitzer Ebb, and they're definitely like an EBM, kind of industrial, kind of, and their early stuff is this militaristic kind of stuff. And they had this song called Join the Chant that played. I was blown away, right? So now I'm going to be after their stuff, and it kind of made me listen to the little portion control there. Yeah, I love the portion control. Kind of along the lines of like a Fetus and KDFM kind of stuff like that. I've been kind of trying to expand, you know. I'm listening to a lot of different music, so yeah. So check it out. You guys ready to do a big chug? We'll get on with this. I'll explain what the video is going to be about right after this. Here we go. You guys got your shields up, right? Here we go. Woo-hoo-hoo! Yes! All right, let's hoist it up and toss it back.
Oh, yes, my good friend, of course.
Ooh, citrusy up the nose. Rocking the Line and Kugel Summer Shandy. It's the time of the season for Shandy. Jesus Christ. Oh, God. See what you missed last week? All right, let's get it on. So I was going to do a Far Out Finds video, and then I decided I was going to do a Far Out Finds kind of commingled with a cosmic playlist, you know, like just the stuff that I'm listening to as well. And then it kind of turned into just a cosmic playlist as I ended up kind of changing my mind about a few of the albums that I was listening to today. But I've got a nice stack of records here, man. There's about 10 records here. And if you don't see something you like right off the get-go, stay tuned because it's quite a mixed bag. And you probably will see something that you're into. So, and hey, you might find something new that you haven't discovered yet, like I did, right? I love it. All right, let me get these mind shields off. Get the purple specs on. We'll get this thing rolling. Here we go. Woo! There we go. That was glorious. Love you guys, man. I'm back. Cosmic Vinyl's back in action. Give him a little kiss. If you had a tongue, it'd be in your mouth. I don't know why I said that. Woo! All right, let's get on with it. Enough hijinks. Let's get to the fun. Jesus. All right, so first album. This is one I haven't shown yet, man. So this could kind of had fit in a Far Out Finds format. But this is the Buggles, The Age of Plastic, man. Released in 1980 on Island Records. I would describe this as like a kind of a progressive pop. I mean, we've all heard this song. Video killed the radio star. Video killed.
I heard you on the wireless back in 52. Lying awake intently tuning in on you. If I was young, it didn't stop you coming through. They took the credit for your second symphony. Rewritten my machine on new technology. And now I understand the problems you can see. I met your children. What did you tell them?
Which was on the launch of MTV. I think it was like 1981 was their first video they played. Couldn't have been more appropriate song or video, right? Am I right, people? Love this record, man. Love the artwork too. Of course, it features that enduring hit that I mentioned. The bassist and I believe producer extraordinaire is Trevor Horn, who you're looking at right there with the big yellow frames. Yep, that's him. He has been sometimes called the man who invented the 80s, at least the new wave kind of 80s. And he also was in the band Yes. He was in the band Art of Noise. He's produced for several other artists. And then you've also got Jeff Downs here, who was also in Yes. And he went on to be in Asia with their big album, which I cannot for the life of me remember the name of the album, but I have it over there somewhere in my Gen Pop collection. Jesus. But he played keyboards on this, and I just love this. Like I said, it's definitely got kind of that new wave kind of vibe to it, but it's definitely progressive as well. And if you can mix those two together successfully, they did. And look at the title font there, man, the Buggles. It's like a digital display on like a calculator, am I right? Remember when you were a kid and you'd fuck around with your calculator and try and type out like naughty words and stuff, and you'd always type in boobies or something? Jesus Christ. Oh, man. Well, I never get tired of that shit. I'll never grow up. But yeah, the Buggles. Age of Plastic featuring Video Killed the Radio Star. Love it, man. And then the next record is, I kind of moved on to a little like indie garage stuff. And I pulled this Reatard, Blood Visions. This was released in 2009 on Fat Possum Records. It's the debut solo album for Reatard, who is also in a band called the Reatards. And by the way, no offense to anybody out there for using the R word. It's actually spelled Reatard, if that makes any difference to you. But Reatard, aka James Lee Lindsay Jr., was quite the prolific songwriter. He had his hands in several projects, not unlike Ty Segall, who, kind of moved up through the ranks at the same time as Jay did. I believe I have another record of his that he was involved with called Destruction Unit, where he was called J Unit on that. But yeah, fantastic stuff, man. There's the track list, if you can see it through all the blood spatter there. Some of the songs kind of remind me of like the punk band, the Screamers, I think they were from maybe LA. But yeah, fantastic. Unfortunately, we have to give an old rest in peace to Jay, as he did pass away back in 2010 in his home in Memphis, Tennessee. His death was listed as a cocaine toxicity compounded by heavy alcohol use. He was actually buried with his Gibson Flying V guitar. I always think that's cool, man. Good tribute to a rocker, man, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, fantastic record if you like garage, indie, punk kind of stuff. Reatard. And then I kind of moved on to, me and my daughter were talking about this band the other day in the car. She introduced me to this band years ago. First I thought it was kind of hokey, but then I was totally in once I started listening to their music. And that, at the time, they were called Ghost BC. And this is their album Infestissumam. released in 2013 on Sonnet Loma Vista Records. This is probably one of my favorite Ghost albums. Look at that track list. You've got friggin' the title track. You've got Secular Haze, Goulet Zombie Queen. Such a fucking great song, people. Year Zero. Oh my God. Body and Blood, Idolatrine, Monstrance Clock. You want to see what the singer in this band, his real name is Tobias Forge, but he went by Papa Emeritus 2, which is what he looked like there. Every album they go through a different phase and he becomes a different pope, I guess. They're definitely into the whole pope thing and the cardinal thing. And then his band of nameless ghouls there. God, I just love this. I've seen these guys like 4 or 5 times. Never have I been disappointed in their live show, man. So great. And when giving interviews, Tobias always wears the nameless ghoul outfit because it's a lot easier to put together than that makeup, right? But yeah, he actually performed on Ozzy's farewell, Black Sabbath farewell show. And he looks great. Sounded great too, man. But yeah, definitely check that out if you're in. It's kind of like, it reminds me of Blue Oyster Cult. It's got a really occult vibe to it, and but yet it's can be kind of a lot of melodic stuff. So the satanic shit is kind of disguised underneath the melodies. But fantastic record. Check it out. And then I want to show you this too. They always blast off a confetti cannon. I've got a few of these ghost dollars. I love these, man. I've had probably 4 or 5 of these. I've given a few away to my friends and stuff. And then it also came on this cherry red vinyl. Woo! Oh, man. It tastes like a popsicle. Good God. And then I kind of moved into a little riding easy action here with Mick's Jaguar, Fame and Fortune. This was released on in 2018 on Riding Easy Records. God, they've got some good stuff. You can get this album for like maybe $5 to $10 on their website. But they're a New York City band. It's like hard rock, it's glam, it's power pop. But it definitely sounds like a New York City band. It's kind of gritty, it's glammy, it's grimy, like street level kind of music. And definitely beer-soaked bar band kind of stuff. They were formerly a Rolling Stones tribute band, and then they came out with their own stuff. There's a track list there if you want to check it out. But yeah, man, 3 guitarists, and they just sound like a buzzsaw, man. But they're super groovy enough to you get up and shake your ass to. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, lots of sloppy guitar solos. I freaking love this record, man. And come on, guys, we've all been there, right? I mean, even if we were, we probably wouldn't admit it, but Jesus. Yeah, come on, you got your Red Wings, right, boys? Jesus Christ. All right, let's move on. Oh, yeah, let me show you this real. The lime green, right? Looks like friggin' Mad Dog 2020 Kiwi. Jesus Christ. All right. Coming out of the desert of Tucson, Arizona. God, I love these guys. This is Groovy Movies and their album Psychedelic Barbershop, released in 2021 on Great Records. Recorded at Midtown Island Studios out there in the AZ. Produced by Matt Rendon of the Resonars, and he plays on a lot. He played on this. I could go through the list. He played on a lot of the songs, different instruments. God, I love Matt. I love the scene out there, man. I would love to go out there and pay those guys a visit. I just want to say thank you for the support that you guys have given Cosmic Vinyl out there, man. Appreciate you, Matt. Appreciate the scene out there. I appreciate all the great music and the great bands. I love this record quite a lot. It's like got a power pop feel to it, and also kind of a 60s bubblegum vibe to it as well. I love the cover too. It's kind of like it kind of reminds me of Yellow Submarine by the Beatles with the kind of cartoon psychedelic stuff there. Love it. I hear a little bit of Like the Monkees, I hear a little Lemon Pipers in here, Lovin' Spoonful, maybe a little Racket Squad, if you guys know that 60s band. But yeah, fantastic. And look at the back there. Let's trip out, guys. So there's the track list. And you can see all the shit that Matt did on the record. Love this, man. You guys are fantastic out there. And I just want you to know I appreciate y'all in a major, major way. So yeah, Groovy Movies. And the winner of the Oscar goes to... And then I kind of moved into a little bit of a glam rock, kind of glamish punk stuff with Red Kross. Teen Babes from Monsanto. I love this record, man. I've kind of read mixed reviews on it, but I'm a fan. So it was originally released as an EP in 1984 with like 6 songs on it. This is a 2018 Merge Records reissue, and they added 6 more songs to it, so now it's a full-length LP. There's a picture there of the guy. Kind of got a flipper there, huh? Pretty cool. But yeah, it's hard to believe these guys were teenagers when they recorded some of these songs. And they were a punk rock band, and they just kind of evolved into this kind of glammy power pop vibe. Lots of covers on this. I think there might be 1 or 2 originals on it. But they kind of make the songs their own. There's covers here. They got the Beatles. Let me flip this over. You got the Beatles, It Won't Be Long. You've got ABBA, Dancing Queen. You got Savior Machine by Bowie. Blow You a Kiss in the Wind by Boyce and Hart, another great bubblegum duo that I love. You got Deuce by Kiss. Citadel by the Stones. Fancy by the Kinks. This is great, man. They do, like I said, make those covers their own. Fantastic record by a fantastic duo there. They just came out with a new album this year. Or was it last year? This year? Great album, too, by the way. And then when I heard Deuce, it kind of led me down this path. So I pulled this Kiss record, Kiss Destroyer. And it's, as you can see, this cover's seen some better days. I've had this since I was a kid, man. But I love this, man. This is so great. This was their 3rd studio album. Part of the Kiss Originals, I just love it. And that cover there, where they're wearing the suits, the only guy in the band that owned a suit was Peter Criss, so that's probably his own suit. But the other guys had to borrow suits from their manager, Bill Aucoin, so that, as you can see, they don't fit very well. Like, Gene's suit is really little. Jesus Christ. But yeah, released in 1975 on Casablanca Records, a label that was about to go broke. If it wasn't for Kiss and probably Donna Summer reviving them, man, they would have been in the toilet. In fact, they went so cheap on this record, they couldn't even hire a professional producer. The head of the label, Neil Bogart, actually produced the record, man. Jesus. But yeah, man, I friggin' love this. This is, the early Kiss stuff just kicks my ass. Look at that little infrared kind of, or negative kind of vibe there. But yeah, this has Room Service, Two Timer, Ladies in Waiting, Rock Bottom, Come On and Love Me. I love this. This is a friggin' great album. It's also got Rock and Roll All Night, their big anthem that kind of broke them commercially. Fantastic, man. I'm going to make a bold statement here. Peter Criss is at least probably in the top 2 best vocalists in that band. Just saying. Just saying. All right, this next one you'll recognize. Kind of dipping back into a little psychedelia here with this one. The Rolling Stones. And that, I got the Red Kross album to blame for this too, with their cover of Citadel. Got me wanting to hear the Stones, their their Satanic Majesties Request with the lenticular cover. I don't know if you're going to be able to tell. Oh, yeah. When you turn it, they kind of look at each other. That's kind of the thing. And you're supposedly supposed to see, like, the Beatles in there, too. Beatles and the Stones had this rivalry from the beginning, right? But, yeah, this is great, man. Released in 1967 on London Records. At least this one was. This is the U.S. version. I think on U.K. it was Decca. But this is the Stones' Psych album. I think they had other Psych songs, at least in my estimation. I think Paint It Black was a psychedelic song. Maybe Get Off of My Cloud, etc. Very experimental for the Stones, man. They used like Mellotron, theremin, shortwave radio statics, lots of string arrangements. Just a fantastic record. Oh, you want the gate, don't you? You guys are begging for it. There it is. Fantastic. Look at that. Got a little maze there. Love it. There's the back cover with the tracks there. Lots of delays in the recording here. As the band were having legal problems. There was drug use. There was jail sentences. There was court appearances. And then you never knew who was going to show up to record in the studio. Half the time, not all of them were there. And then when they showed up, Keith had his entourage, Brian had his, and it was kind of a nightmare. But they made one of the greatest Stones albums in my estimation. This is fucking fantastic, and I love it. Trippy, freaking great. Love that record. And then, still expanding my Cramps collection, my peeps, and picked up this.
Goddamn rock and roll. The kind of stuff that don't say so. Yeah, just horny and rock and roll. A ride's through some halo. Now Chill's bucket jack had the hole. Some rabbit dug himself some asshole. He dumped it till it done explode. They did that goddamn rock and roll. Yeah, they did that goddamn rock.
Stay Sick. What a great cover. Totally psyched out, freaked out. This was released in 1990 on Enigma Records originally. This is a Big Beat reissue. Now, the store had this copy, and then they had a copy with her standing, I think, or in a chair maybe. And I chose this one. It had more songs on it. And I think this, I don't know, maybe this is closer to the original. I don't know for sure. I can't say. I don't know the Cramps that well. Y'all can fill me in. Some great pictures of the band there. Track list. Love this. It's their usual garage, psychobilly, rockabilly stuff. I read a review where it said this is the musical equivalent of a John Waters film. That's pretty accurate, my friends, I'd say. I'm not sure the Cramps ever made a bad record. I love all their stuff, man. Lux's vocals are just insane on this. And, of course, Ivy's guitar is just so badass. And you've got Nick Knox on drums and Candy Del Mar on bass, pounding out the rhythms, man. This is another get up and move your ass to thing. I love how the Cramps aren't afraid to wear their influences on their sleeve. They're Lux and Ivy were avid record collectors, and they took a lot of those songs and made them their own. Just fantastic, man. Carrying the torch for dirty and filthy rock and roll. That's the way it's supposed to be, right? I mean, the sexuality and the depravity is freaking palpable every time I listen to that. Love it. Fucking love the Cramps, dude. And then moving on to the last album. This is what I decided to close the day with. Hell, I might even listen to more records. I got time. Went with Rob Zombie. This is called Venomous Rat Regeneration Vendor. cover, man. Rob always went with kind of the psychedelic dirt metal industrial vibe, and this one is no different, man. Released in 2013 on Zodiac Swan T-Boy Records. This is Rob's fifth studio album after leaving White Zombie. Highly underappreciated Rob Zombie LP right here. I don't know that this made a big stink when it came out, but I love it. It's kind of like industrial, kind of metal, I guess, hard rock. I'd call it groove metal, I guess. You want the gatefold? Because this is going to be like a Franzetta pick right here, man. Look at that. Fantastic. That totally looks like Franzetta right there, man. So cool. There's the back cover. There's a little bit more of that kind of vibe. There's the track list. But yeah, heavy, dark, mean, full of ass rockin' grooves. The lyrical content is the usual fare for Rob Zombie. He sings about monsters, he sings about aliens and death and sex and pussy and cheese. And he kind of adds a little cheese factor to it as well. But you know what? He was never afraid to embrace the cheese factor with the like cartoonish B-movie horror, that kind of vibe, man. And I appreciate him for it, man. Fantastic record. If you haven't checked this out, man, I say give it a whirl, man. If you're into like horror movies and comic books and weird shit, boom, check a load of this, man. Check a load of this. All right, man, that's it. That's my cosmic playlist for the day. I hope you guys were into this, man. I'll try not to miss too many weeks, but sometimes a guy just got to spend some time to himself on the weekend. That's what I did. All right, I'll see you out with a drink here. I love y'all. Have a great rest of your weekend. We'll catch you next week. Stay cool. Stay cosmic. You know the rest, man. We're out of here. And everyone's going to ride the stick. Here we go. Whoa!